Hey, sales leaders, hiring managers and executives. Did you know that landing a successful startup as a client can mean like 10 times the ROI in just the first 5 years?
Yeah,
That's the kind of growth we all dream of, right?
absolutely.
Today, we're diving deep into the unique world of selling to startups,
All right.
unpacking how to tailor your strategies for maximum impact in this dynamic market.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area because so many sales teams approach startups as if they're just smaller versions of established companies.
Right.
But startups operate with a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
It's a blend of agility, ambition, and a hunger for disruption that demands a whole new playbook.
Exactly. And to guide us, we're turning to an insightful article from the Sales Experts titled Selling to Startups, the Do's and Don'ts.
Okay.
These folks live and breathe sales success,
Mm-hmm.
offering top-notch training, coaching, and recruitment services.
Yeah,
So their insights are definitely worth absorbing.
absolutely. What's interesting is that the article doesn't just offer surface level advice. It digs into the why behind the strategies,
Oh,
helping us understand the motivations and priorities that drive startup decision making.
I love that. Okay, so the article kicks off by emphasizing that startups are a different breed.
Okay.
They're not mini corporations. They're speedboats in a sea of cruise ships.
Right.
Their agility and risk tolerance set them apart.
Yeah,
And that's something we need to factor into our sales approach from the get-go.
that's such a great analogy.
Yeah.
It highlights the need to adapt our sales processes to match the startup pace.
Yeah.
Forget about drawn-out negotiations and layers of bureaucracy.
Right.
Startups value speed and efficiency.
Huh.
They want to see quick demos, transparent pricing, and a seamless onboarding experience.
So true. The article really hammers home the importance of emphasizing speed, which is their fifth do for winning over startup.
Okay.
It connects perfectly with our desire as sales leaders to maximize efficiency, right? A
Absolutely.
streamlined process benefits both sides.
Absolutely. Now, another crucial point they make is the need to highlight ROI. Okay. Every startup founder is laser focused on how their investment will translate into tangible results, ideally fast.
Yeah.
So when we're pitching, we need to shift the focus from features to benefits.
Okay.
Instead of vague claims, we need to quantify the value we bring.
This is where those specific numbers and real-world examples come in, right? Like
Yeah.
our clients see a 25% reduction in project delays after implementing our tool.
Yep.
That's the kind of language that speaks to a startup's growth obsession.
Exactly. And this ties into another key. Do they emphasize
Okay.
do your homework?
Right.
Startups want to see that you understand their specific pain points and industry challenges.
Okay.
So before walking into a meeting, devour their website, analyze their competitors, and get a sense of their overall market position.
And don't be afraid to mention something specific you've learned during your research.
Yeah.
It shows you're not just there for a quick sale. You're genuinely invested in their journey.
What I find fascinating is the article's emphasis on building relationships. Startups are often tight-knit teams driven by a shared vision.
Right.
So we need to ditch the cold corporate sales tactics and focus on building genuine connections.
What?
Remember, today's scrappy startup could be tomorrow's industry giant.
It's like nurturing a seed that has the potential to grow into a mighty oak.
Exactly.
And to do that, we need to offer more than just a product or service.
Yeah.
We need to be partners in their success.
That's where that pro tip about following up after the initial meeting, even if they're not ready to buy, comes in.
Right.
Share a relevant article, offer a helpful resource, or simply check in to see how things are going.
Yeah.
It's about staying top of mind without being pushy. And that brings us to one of my favorite do's from the article.
Okay.
Be flexible.
Right.
Startups are masters of adaptability.
Yeah.
Constantly pivoting and iterating to stay ahead of the curve. They need partners who can match their pace.
Okay.
Whether it's tweaking pricing models, customizing features, or even brainstorming entirely new solutions.
That's so true. I've
Yes.
seen deals fall apart because sales teams came in with a rigid one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
Startups want to feel like you're invested in their unique needs,
Yeah.
not just trying to shoehorn them into an existing framework.
Absolutely. And the sales experts offer a pro tip that I think is brilliant.
Okay.
Offer scalable solutions that grow with the company.
Right.
Startups are obsessed with growth trajectories.
Yeah.
If they sense your product might become a bottleneck down the line, they'll hesitate.
Yeah.
But if you can demonstrate that your solution can evolve alongside their ambitions, you're speaking their language.
Now let's shift gears and dive into the potential pitfalls that can derail even the most promising startup sales efforts.
Okay.
The first one, don't overcomplicate your pitch.
Right.
It's something I think we've all been guilty of at some point.
Oh, for sure. It's easy to get caught up in the technical details or industry jargon,
Right.
especially when we're passionate about what we're selling.
Yeah.
But startups are allergic to that kind of complexity. Remember, they're visionaries, innovators,
Yeah.
but they're also incredibly busy.
Mm-hmm.
They need to grasp your value proposition quickly and clearly.
It's like that classic elevator pitch scenario.
Right.
You've got a limited time to make an impact, so every word counts.
Exactly.
Focus on the key benefits.
Yep.
Ditch the buzzwords and make it crystal clear how you solve their specific pain points.
Exactly. Now, the next don't might be a bit sensitive,
Okay.
but it's crucial to address.
Right.
Don't ignore their budget.
Right.
Many startups, especially in those early stages, operate on tight budgets.
Yeah.
If you come in with a premium price solution that's out of reach,
Mm-hmm.
you're not just wasting their time,
Right.
you're potentially damaging your credibility.
It's almost like assuming every startup has secured millions in funding.
Right.
The reality is far more nuanced.
Yeah.
Being upfront about pricing and exploring flexible payment options can go a long way in building trust and demonstrating that you understand their financial constraints.
What I found insightful is that the sales experts suggest offering tiered packages or even a pilot program at a reduced rate.
Okay.
It allows startups to get a taste of the value you bring before committing to a larger investment. It's a smart strategy, especially in a market where startups are constantly evaluating multiple solutions.
Okay. The next don't is something I feel strongly about.
Okay.
Don't underestimate their influence.
Right.
It's easy to dismiss a startup because they're small or relatively unknown.
Yeah.
But remember, these companies are driven by ambition
Mm-hmm.
and often have a wide network of connections within their industries.
It's that ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
Today's scrappy startup could be tomorrow's industry disruptor, influencing trends and shaping markets.
Exactly.
Treating them dismissively or like they're not worth your time is a missed opportunity.
The sales experts put it beautifully,
Yeah.
saying to treat every startup like your most important customer. You never know when a small gesture of goodwill or a genuine effort to understand their needs might pay off in unexpected ways down the line.
Now, another don't that resonates with me, especially in the world of sales,
Okay.
is don't oversell.
Right.
Startups with their emphasis on transparency and authenticity can spot a phony sales pitch from a mile away.
Exaggerated claims and empty promises might work in some contexts, but in the startup world, they'll backfire spectacularly.
Right.
Building trust is paramount, and that comes from being honest about your product's capabilities, setting realistic expectations, and then going above and beyond to exceed them.
That's where that concept of under-promising and over-delivering comes into play.
Exactly.
It's a powerful way to build credibility and demonstrate that you're a reliable partner, not just someone looking for a quick win.
And finally, we have a don't. That's so crucial. I'd argue it's the foundation of long-term success in the startup market.
Okay.
Don't neglect post-sale support.
It's tempting to think our job is done once the deal is closed. But in reality, that's just the beginning of the relationship.
Right.
Startups, especially those new to your product or service, might need extra guidance and support to fully leverage their investment and achieve the results they're looking for.
It's about shifting from a transactional mindset to a relationship-building mindset.
Yeah.
We're not just selling a product, we're providing a solution.
Right.
And that often involves ongoing support training and a willingness to go the extra mile.
The sales experts offer some great advice here. They suggest offering comprehensive onboarding sessions, scheduling regular check-ins to address any questions or concerns, and providing multiple channels for easy communication.
It's about making the startup feel supported and valued throughout their journey.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of commitment can be a real differentiator in a market where startups have a plethora of choices.
It all comes back to that idea of partnership we were talking about.
Right, like they're not just vendors, they're
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want vendors. They want allies
Yeah.
who are invested in their success. And that's reflected in,
Everything.
everything from the initial sales process to the ongoing support we provide.
And I think that's what makes this deep dive into selling to startups so valuable. It's not just about tactics, it's about shifting our mindset
Right.
to align with the unique dynamics of the startup world.
The sales experts have given us a fantastic framework
Yeah.
to approach this market with confidence and authenticity.
Right.
By embracing the do's and steering clear of the don'ts, we can position ourselves as the go-to partners for startups looking to scale and disrupt their industries.
So as we wrap up, let's recap those key takeaways.
Okay.
When selling to startups, Remember to emphasize speed highlight, ROI. Do your homework, build relationships, and be flexible.
Yep.
These are your guiding principles for sales success in this exciting market.
And on the flip side, avoid overcomplicating your pitch, ignoring their budget, underestimating their influence, overselling your capabilities, and neglecting post-sale support.
Right.
These pitfalls can sabotage even the most promising sales efforts.
It's a powerful reminder that selling to startups is not just about closing deals. It's about building lasting partnerships.
Absolutely.
And that requires empathy, understanding, and a genuine commitment to their growth.
Now that you've got the playbook for selling to startups,
Yeah.
it's time to put these insights into action.
Okay.
What unique value proposition will you offer to stand out in this competitive market?
Right.
How will you tailor your approach to resonate with the specific needs and ambitions of each startup you engage with?
I encourage you to revisit the article from the sales experts, explore their resources, and continue to refine your strategies for achieving sales success in the dynamic world of startups. And remember, in the fast-paced, ever-evolving landscape of startups, continuous learning is the key to staying ahead of the curve. Until next time, happy selling.